All right, before we start though, before we start, we have five. There's only going to be 5 ways to do this. Okay, only 5 ways to possibly do this. So let's list out first all the different ways to prove two triangles congruent. Okay, I know we took a day off yesterday from proofs, but we're back at it. Here we go. 5 people, 5 ways. Theodore, 1 way.
SAS.
Side angle, side, and that angle better be where if we're using it. Better be in between. If it's not, you better find a new method. Moving on here. Catherine, another method? SSS, all 3 pairs of sides congruent. Let's keep it going. 3 more methods. Scotty, another one?
ASA.
Yep. Angle, side, angle. Side better be in between. If it's not, it's still okay because we have another method. Violet, another one? Yep. If the side's not in between, you're still okay. Ooh, and then that 5th and final one. Everyone always forgets about this one because we did it on a totally separate day there, Bennett. H what? HL. And can we just forget about it for this proof? What type of triangle do I need for it? And I don't think these are right triangles. I don't see anything up there that says they are, and you're not going to make that up. So pretty much we're just looking at the first 4 up here. All right, let's make sure you have all your givens in. Let me do that. Over the course of the next 3 days, including this day, my opinion, it's not a scare tactic, but in my opinion, I think you're going to be doing the toughest proofs we do all year over the course of the next 3 days, including today. And I tell you that because I want you to make a plan before we start. All right. I don't like to see students just write statements, and then you look up and you take a breath and you're like, where the heck am I? Where am I going with this proof? All right. So have a plan in your mind before we start writing everything down. First thing I want you to check is the givens. Can I put an S or an A next to any of these givens? TR congruent to TS. Don't shake your head yes or no. Think about this question. TR, TS. Are those sides in these 2 triangles I'm trying to prove congruent? Are TR and TS sides in those triangles? No, they are not. They're longer than what I actually have in those 2 triangles. So I am not putting an S next to it. I'll mark it, but I can't count it as an S. It's not a side. Everyone see why? They're longer than the actual sides. Let's go to the next given. TM congruent to TN. Are those sides in those 2 triangles? No, they are not. So I am not putting an S next to those, but I will mark it on my diagram. I gave you nothing. Oh, I gave you a little something, but I didn't give you any sides or angles. So as a class right now, we're on the hook for all 3 pairs of congruent parts now. We are on the hook as a class. And I don't feel comfortable doing the numbers today because I'll call on somebody. They'll start staring at me. All right. I want you to see how strong some of your classmates are and be like, whoa, I got to get my game together now. All right. Because people are just blowing by me in the proof department in this class. All right. So that's what I want you to see before you leave today. So does anybody see any pairs of sides or angles I can start with? Sophie, go ahead.
TR minus TN congruent to TS minus TN.
So we're doing subtraction.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, perfect. I need TR is too long. I need to make it smaller. TS is too long. I need to make it smaller. She said subtraction. Sophie, back to you. How many quantities do I need to subtract? 2. And the 2 I'm subtracting I already gave you. So we can go immediately to step 2, which is subtraction. TR minus TM is equal to TS minus TN. Subtraction. All right, it's rare that I can go right to it. Usually I need to find the other pair, but I have both here. And usually when we throw up a subtraction or an addition, depending on the proof, immediately right after, next step, Abby, will be substitution. And what's going to be my statement here for substitution?
RM equals SM.
There you go. R side RM is now congruent to side NS. And I can now finally put my first pair of sides there. Question, Will, or a comment? Okay, hold on. Everyone good so far on the subtraction? Get to me a pair of sides. We're good? All right, 1 down, 2 to go. What's your pair, Will?
Angle TRS.
Whoa, okay. He's going right for that one. Yep, and?
Is congruent to TSR.
All right. This is why I spent all day yesterday talking about the isosceles triangle. Can everyone see that triangle? Triangle TRS is what type of triangle? Isosceles because it's got 2 sides congruent, right? Well, what did we learn yesterday? If it's isosceles, it's got more than two sides. It's got two angles, and where are they always located? Across from them, all right? Across. So the angles across from TR and TS have to be congruent. Nice. So that's why I spent all yesterday, because we're going to use them in a proof now. So angle, don't tell me angle R and S. There's too many of them up there, right? Name of this one with 3 letters. TRS is congruent to angle TSR. And I know it was a pain in the butt yesterday, but here's why it was. I had you write it 3 times in a row why those angles are equal. In a triangle, right? In a triangle, finish it. What about the angles on the sides? In a triangle, Henry?
Opposite from congruent sides are congruent angles.
Okay, congruent, that's fine. Congruent angles are across from congruent sides. Don't worry about where the sides and angles go. I don't care if you mix and match them. Hey, we got a pair of angles now, don't we? We got a pair of angles. Perfect. One more pair to go. One more pair to go. And I get it. This is why these are so tough for some of you. There's the information you have to use is so overwhelming. I know. There's a lot. Lucy, do you see something?
RS is congruent to RS.
There you go. We got a reflexive side working. Woo! There it is. There's some beasts in this class. Got to catch up. There are some beasts in this class. That gives me a pair of sides, reflexive. Now it just comes down to what method do I use, right? What method do I use? And again, I'll remind you what I like to do when things overlap, because my diagram is very marked up right now. Extremely marked up. Here's what I like to do. I like to take one of the triangles out of the diagram and draw it separately. So I'm going to take out triangle MRS, and I will put whatever markings I put on the original diagram, which include a reflexive side. MR was congruent to NS, and then I also had angle MRS. I put an arc mark there. Right, Kira?
Side angle.
That's side angle side. Okay, that is side angle side. Yes, Abby.
Our proof statement here, it says RNS equal to triangle SNR.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Is that-
Maybe because that they didn't match. I bet we found out they didn't match up. Let's see. MS should be equal to NS. Yeah, that's the problem, because my statement here, the way I wrote it, MS and NS should match up, and they don't. So that's probably why we. Yep, I have an older copy up here. What's yours say?
Triangle RNS equals SNR.
There you go. Yep. Yeah, we probably need to match them up. There it is. Thank you. All right, everyone, good. One down doesn't make you great. Let's keep trucking. Whoa. It's only you two, by the way. You gonna inform your classmates, or should I move
Yeah,
on?
we get to guess the next slide again.
Everyone was so gung ho on marking your diagram, you just missed the Promethean guy.
Oh, Promethean?
Yeah, you just missed it.
You still get to go on it?
Yeah, we do. I'm not gonna. Are we doing this or no here?
Yes.
Yeah, well, maybe we want to act like we may have no homework tonight.
Slide left, slide right,
Pinwheels.
star,
Curtains.
Pinwheels.
pinwheels,
Book. Swing.
star,
Steven.
Genie.
swing,
Promethean person again.
page scroll,
Shatter.
Draw.
We get star. Slide right, slide. Yo, yeah, star.
There a fade?
Oh, isn't there a circle too?
What was the one that we missed last time?
That was
That was the
got it.
Curl and drop.
Oh yeah, like it's like
It was page curl.
Oh.
It's like wait. It's like what is it called?
Page girl?
We have 15.
360.
Big one you're missing, but not my problem.
The
Swirl.
Like this.
Oh, spin.
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 Oh, Q.
Yeah, that's the big one I was thinking. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we ready? So we can get back to the proofs. Fades. Any fades? Think it's gonna be fades? No. Genies. Spins. 2 spins. Yep. Cubes. Slide left. Actually, we are missing one. Slide right. Star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars. Pinwheels. 2, 3 pinwheel, 4 pinwheels. Curtains. Flips. Book. Swing. Promethean person again. Curl. Clocks. Shatter. Drop. The other one was wipe, where it looks like slide left and slide right, but it just wipes out everything. All right, so what do we got? Star. If it's star, you guys have no homework. Ready to roll? Star it is. No homework. We ready? Ready. Paying attention. Ooh, slide to the left. Slide left. That was a slide left right there. All right, maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Statistically.
Go for star every time. Yeah. Just star every time. Because eventually. Maybe.
Again, you'll notice we have overlapping triangles that we're proving congruent. Boom. All right, can you go through here with me? Maybe I did give you something here. Last time I gave you nothing, but you guys did a nice job. First pair, AE congruent to ED. Can I count those as a pair of sides?
Yes.
All right, I can. Those are full sides in those 2 triangles. Perfect. How about AB and CD? Those, unfortunately, I cannot count. Those are too short. They're too short to be counted as sides. Too small, too short, too short. All right, so that looks like the only thing I'm going to be given is that pair of sides. So I need your help finding 2 more pair of sides. Jacob, start us off. Oh, all right. We're not counting that as a pair of sides, though, right? All right. It is reflexive, but I want to make sure we're all in agreement that does not count as a pair of sides. We are going to use it a different way, though. So BC is equal to BC, not a pair of sides. What do I need to do with it, John?
Addition.
Add it to. Go ahead. What do you want me to add together?
AB plus BC and then DC plus BC.
Yep. AB plus BC and then DC plus BC. You cannot add unless you have that second pair of equal quantities. BC equals BC. All right. So this was not addition in step 2. I needed something to add to it. And now, just like subtraction, we have substitution coming up to say that I have a second pair of sides. AC now is congruent to BD. Two pairs of sides down, 1 more pair of something to go, right? 1 more pair of something. Now, here's why I like putting the S's and A's next to each other. If you, let's say, for instance, I know some of you aren't, you know exactly what the next step is. But let's say you are completely like, I have no idea where the third pair is. Use this to your advantage. We already have what? 2 pairs of sides. So there's only 2 methods it could possibly be. What are the 2 methods I only have available if I have already 2 sides? It's either going to be side, 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 or so either you find the third pair or you find the angle in between the 2 we already have. One's got to be true. Right? So use this to your advantage if you're stuck. Oh, I already have 2 pairs of sides. It's either got to be the third pair of sides are congruent or the angle in between what I already have. And what do we end up having, Sophie?
Angle A.
And you can use a single letter there because there is only one, angle A and angle D. Yep. And again, here you go. Let me slow it down for anybody who's confused where we got that from. What type of triangle is AED? AED is an isosceles triangle that has two sides congruent, which means it also has the angles across equal in the same triangle. Does everyone see why I'm picking A and D? Because they are in triangle AED. In a triangle, congruent angles are across from congruent sides. Please make sure you do not forget about the in a triangle part. All right, the angles are congruent. Now I just need a method. If you can't see it, draw one of the triangles out again. Draw them out. So we have triangle AEC congruent to DEB. And how about a method here? How about a method? Who, Catherine? Side angle side. Yep. There's my method. How do we feel about these? We're okay? Because today is day 1 of 3 as they get significantly tougher day by day. We're all good here. We're ready for the next one? Ooh, again. All right. Ooh, a little bit different proof statement here. Not proving triangles congruent, proving this single one is isosceles. If 3 is congruent to 4. What makes a triangle isosceles? First question before we even dive into this proof. What makes a triangle isosceles here? Sophie, what makes a triangle isosceles?
It has a pair of congruent sides.
Yep. Or, what did we learn yesterday? It could have a pair of congruent sides, or what else makes a triangle isosceles? Not just the sides, but also if I knew, Catherine? Yeah. I don't need to do both, though. You don't need to show me both is true in this proof. If you can get me a pair of angles or a pair of sides in triangle ABC, we're done with the proof. We have an isosceles triangle on our hands. So can we do that? Can we get a pair of angles or sides congruent in triangle? And can we all be in agreement that this isn't going to be proven triangles congruent? I only have one. But I did mark 1 and 2 for a reason as well. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I put a number there so you could look at me. Zach, suggestion?
1 and 2 are congruent
Why?
because supplements of congruent angles are congruent.
I have supplementary angles?
Yeah.
I didn't write it. I didn't write anything. Nothing on.
Oh yeah, you gotta write that first.
Okay, so what do I need to tell you are supplementary first?
Angle 3 and angle 4 are supplementary.
3 and 4? Those are congruent.
Oh yeah, 3 and 1 and 1 and 4.
Angle 3 and angle 1 are supplementary. Angle 2 and angle 4 are supplementary. Reason there, Violet? Linear pairs are supplementary. All right, real quick, just so, because I know everyone's not on the same page, so I want to slow it down. Angle 1 and angle 2, the angles that are inside triangle ABC, are they supplementary? Please listen to my question before answering. Are 1 and 2, are they supplementary to the same exact angle? No, 3 and 4 are different, but 3 and 4 are congruent. So that allows me to say, oh, 1 and 2 must also be congruent because they are supplements of congruent angles are congruent. That is enough now to say it's isosceles. You don't need to go and tell me the sides now. That's just extra. You don't need to say the sides now. If the angles are equal, the triangle is isosceles. And I'm not going to be picky here. Look, definition of isosceles triangle. Fine with me. You got 2 sides, 2 angles congruent. It's isosceles. You don't need both. You don't need both. Questions? Yes, Abby, and then Kira.
where you said linear pairs are supplementary.
Yep.
Does that have to be one step or can it be two?
It can, what, 2 separate steps?
Yeah.
Yes, it can be 2 separate steps. Kira.
So if you do have step 4 as AC is congruent to AB, like you won't mark it wrong on the test, correct? It's just like an extra.
But your 5th step should now be saying it's isosceles. No, that's fine. As long as you mentioned it's isosceles. Okay? All right, final one here. We are not doing, I'm not doing it up here. You'll notice I have 3 versions of it in the back, or 3 copies of it over on the sideboard, and the version up here. Yes, that means 8 people are about to get out of their seats and start working on these with each other. Before we do that, though, I just want to make sure we're all clear with anything. In this one, I have 1 congruent to 9. Can I count that as a pair of angles? In those 2 triangles, I'm asking you to prove congruent. Can I count those as a pair of angles?
No.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
No.
Are they? Why not?
They're not the same triangle.
You don't have to be.
You don't have to be.
No. They're trying to prove ABC.
Aren't they in the 2 triangles we're proving congruent though?
Yes.
Right. 1 and 9. These are the 2 triangles we're proving congruent. So they're a pair of angles, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I can put an A here. They don't have to be in the same. I don't want them in the same triangle. I want them in the 2 triangles we are proving congruent. What about next given? AB congruent to GF. Can I count that as a pair of sides? Yep. Whoa, look at me. Look. I grew a heart for this one. You have 2 out of 3 pair, right? So you just got to work on the 3rd pair. In a second, hold on. I'm not done with the givens yet because I used some vocabulary here and I want you to help me. CDE, everyone see that triangle? It's isosceles. And I say base CE. What was the base again yesterday in our vocabulary? Was the base the 2 sides that were equal, or was it the non-congruent side? Base yesterday. What would you call that? Base. Where am I going with this? Kira? So what I'm telling, look, I'm not actually physically writing it in the givens, but what am I telling you here? Which 2 sides are congruent? CD and, okay, you don't need to write that. That is from that given right there. Okay, so I don't need that as step 2. Make sense? All right, by me writing this statement, I am telling you CD is congruent to DE. All right, so I don't need that in statement 2. That's part of the givens. Jacob? Whoa. Let's not even approach that yet. You talk about that with whoever you're going to work with. All right, so here we go. I'm going to have 2, 2, 2, and 2. Everybody else is going to work in their groups. If there's somebody who's solo, I'll put you with another group. Finish this proof for me now. Finish this proof. Over there, let's get going. Kira, head over there. I don't care which one you pick. Connor, you're working with Kira over there. Head over. And then we got Gage. Head over to another one on the whiteboard over there. Gage and Theodore, you 2 working together. And then on the last whiteboard problem, we'll get there. Give me Aditya working with Jacob over there on the last one. And then coming up here with me. Lucia, come on, head up. And you get the pleasure working with Catherine up here. Here we go. A reminder, do not put vertical angles in back-to-back steps. You're going to lose out on something. Trust me. Don't put vertical angles in back-to-back steps or like steps 2 and 3. And don't put them in the same step because you're going to lose something in this proof.
So
You're going to be missing a statement.
Angle 4.
Trust me.
Congruent to angle.
Write a pair of vertical angles and then use it in the proof.
In a triangle. Congruent.
John, head over to this group right here so you can work with these guys. I don't want anybody working alone on this one.
And an angle congruent.
No, it's not. We have 4 times, 3 times yesterday, sometimes actually 5 times.
And it has a congruent angle. Across my fingers.
Okay, your last 2 steps. Give me a new pair of angles. Last two steps.
Oh.
Where do you got?
Oh, we got it. So we gotta get
4-2. What's now?
Angle
1-6 or
4, an angle 2 is congruent, and then
2 and
angle
6.
6, and angle 7.
And I guarantee if you
Hold
wrote
on.
vertical angles again, you would miss that substitution.
How do you
Write
do
that
it?
one first, then you can do your next pair of vertical angles.
It works.
You would miss that substitution.
So, okay. Angle 4 and angle 2.
Do not put vertical angles in the same step or back to back. You're gonna miss something here. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss a step. You're gonna miss a statement and reasons. Your proof's gonna be one step shorter than it should be. Or maybe some of you can handle it. I'll say, keep going.
He said
Keep going. Do it how you want to do it, and I'll take a look at the end.
it's
if you
fine.
miss the
We
steps.
can do it.
So
Yes, that's just substitution.
Okay.
Okay, and then 6 and 7.
Two's congruent to no. Here, so here's
Yeah.
this is what I talked about yesterday. You're using this fact to says in a triangle. These two sides are in two different triangles. They need to be in the same triangle to go across. So I can't say
Wait.
that.
So we're gonna have to get.
You're gonna actually say that's true for all different
two
reasons.
substitutions.
Right? But hey, you
We're
see
gonna
what I
have to
mean?
use
Those two sides have to be in the
So
same.
wait, now we know
Not two different.
super great.
So that's
Okay, you get the idea.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna have to do some.
Okay, here's why I didn't want this.
Now we can't see the numbers, but we got it from
Watch,
here.
ready?
Sorry.
Yeah, just take 4 congruent to 6, 2 congruent to
I don't know how
4.
to do it. I don't know.
Quick. That's substitution, but you have it in here.
6 is
So 4 congruent to 6
Okay.
should be
So we
right in
have-
here.
Oh, yeah, 4 is
And if
Yeah,
2's congruent to
these
6,
two
where
congruent,
the
so
6
we're
is
trying to-
congruent to 7.
we have
That's where this is.
angling the side.
So I took how many substitutions and had as many.
Okay. We can do
That's why I don't like
angle 2 is congruent to angle 6.
So I need another
Right?
substitution.
Angle 7.
Sit over there. Oh, I see. You have to do two substitutions.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do 2 though. So angle 2 is congruent to angle 6,
That's fine.
and these two are congruent, so angle 2 has to be congruent to
Sorry. It happened. See how frustrating I get? Yep, that's why I get frustrated. Because you guys are moving along like a machine. Let's cross our fingers that hopefully it's saved. Yep, let's get that flip chart back up. Ooh, All right, that's what I got for you. Sorry.
Okay,
All right, let's
fine.
start. Keep going.
What was here?
Okay, so we had 4 and 6, and we had 4 and 2, and then 6 and 7.
Please work. No. No. Okay. Yes. 4 and
4 and 2.
2.
Right?
Yeah.
Take your first pair of vertical angles.
And this is
Four.
vertical angle.
Yeah.
And now we can do the substitution.
Wait, we still have to do 6 and 7 because we got rid of that one.
Okay, yeah.
Another substitution, right?
Angle 6 is congruent.
No one.
All right, now do the other pair of vertical angles.
Wow.
Now what do you got for me?
Okay.
What, how many substitutions did you get there?
Okay, so now we have angle 2 is congruent to angle 6. Because like they're both congruent to angle 4. So that's a substitution.
Write one down. Then use substitution. Then write the next pair down. Good? Practice. You can start the homework.
Sorry, I just don't know.
Okay, and then angle 2 is congruent to angle 7.
Because you need to do more than one shit.
I would like, get a triangle.
But do they have to be? They don't have to be.
You're gonna need 2 substitutions here. Hopefully groups are noticing these. You're gonna need 2 substitutions.
I think you can hit like the blue arrow.
Once you do that, yep, you
Oh,
guys are good. Yep,
yes.
nice job.
Now.
So it's AAS.
That's fine. Keep going with the homework.
Triangle ABC
Keep going with the homework, please.
is congruent to GFE.
Yeah, you have to put them like next to each other.
Yeah.
You know, they're numbers. Yeah.
No, it's annoying.
Because we have A, what is it?
Good job up there, ladies. Way to use two of them.
It makes it look so much better.
Then go for it.
Now.
Yep, perfect. Great job.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
That's a good proof, guys. Needed 2 substitutions. Make sure you have the hey, if you went up to the board, make sure you have your notes done correctly, please. Make sure you have a correct proof in your notes if you went up to the board before you start the homework.
I know, but